So much for team spirit. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. I'm not sure how it would even come up, but if you are hosting a gathering where Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and former President Donald Trump will both be attending, it might be a good idea not to seat them at the same table. The relationship was never good, and it is probably beyond repair now. Trump characteristically minces no words when expressing his displeasure for McConnell. McConnell is not as direct, but the point is just as strong. In fact, I'd say McConnell would rather lose even more seats in the Senate, putting it more firmly in the hands of Democrats. He'd rather that if it meant that the bloom is off the Trump rose and he might be rid of him. Witness his comments within the past week, downplaying the chances of the GOP regaining a majority in the Senate. Now, that's not necessarily a problem. Political leaders, just like coaches, often minimize their side's chances so as to not appear overconfident and to keep expectations low. This was different, however. McConnell pointedly said that one needed to look at the quality of candidates carrying the GOP banner, and that, in essence, lack of quality could hurt the party's efforts. He later said it was only a 50-50 proposition that Republicans would get control of the Senate. Now, keep in mind, every one of those low-quality candidates he was referencing were elected by primary voters. In other words, the people chose them. So he's really demeaning a majority of Republican voters in those certain states. But more directly, those are candidates who have the Trump seal of approval. So McConnell is distancing himself from them so he can blame Trump later if they fail. And then, in his mind, he'll get the party back to his liking. It's tricky because McConnell controls lots of money that goes into campaigns, but Trump has proven sway with voters. And instead of quietly coexisting to get a Republican majority and sort things out then, the turtle and the orange man are doubling down just like some battle in a comic book. Only in this fight, both will lose and Democrats will win. And we've already seen the first act of that play. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Wednesday, August 24 on Twitter, Instagram, Getter, Parler, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.